gonna make the profiles boom, 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 boom. What they is, right? What it is today on Gunner's Profiles is real life, real talk. Some of the realest and illest you're gonna hear. What it isn't is added preservatives and fakery. We're not gonna get into that. As you can tell by that thumbnail right there, that's me thinking I'm somebody, right? But really, what I am is just a regular person like anyone else. And in Menudo style in direct fashion, we're gonna get straight into how an ex-convict, a felon, someone who was deep in the game, gradually gravitated towards being a single father. That's it. That's all I am, man. You know, when people ask me, hey, are you in the game, Gun? Are you a gangster still? What are you? A YouTuber, a gangster, a criminal, an ex-convict? I said, I ain't none of that, Holmes. I'm a father. That's all I am. I'm a fucking father, right? And guess what? It's the greatest thing I ever achieved in my life. It's the greatest thing I think any man could be is a father. Familia is what makes the difference. It's your legacy. It's all you have. The way that you raise your children, you educate your children, well, that's totally up to you. You know, that defines a man. That defines a woman. That defines what you're going to be in life, right? Hey, when I grow up, I'm going to be an astronaut. Is that right? Well, guess what? Blast off, puto. What I'm going to be is a father. Okay, I might not be the best one, but I'm going to be the best one I can be. Now, trip out. When I was young, I didn't visualize if I was going to be a fireman or a fucking, I knew I wasn't going to be a black guy. That's right off the top. Or if I was going to be a lawyer or a fucking chiropractor. See, I like popping necks. That's it. You know what I mean? All that. But I decided I was going to be a norteño. That was my career choice. That was my career path. You know, a lot of things in my neighborhood and the way I grew up and what I seen, what was before me, kind of led me down that path. Did I have a choice? Well, everyone in life has a choice. You don't literally have to be what the next man wants you to be or what you think you have to be. It's a choice. I had a choice and I chose wrong. Or did I? One never knows, does one? But let me tell you, the way the wind was blowing in my neighborhood, I knew exactly what I wanted to be. Now, my jefita and those that were around me, my familia that loved me, tried to detour me from going that path. Not because they weren't believers in that cause or not because they weren't sympathizers to what was going on around them as well, but because they knew that would end me up in one or two places, death or prison until I died, right? But I didn't care. You know, being young, seeing what was going on out there on the calles and the streets, I was like, fuck it, on la primera, I said. You know, you had movies like American Me, Blood In, Blood Out, and several other movies, Boulevard Nights, Mi Familia, the list goes on and on and on and on, right? And I used to watch these movies and I used to say, you know what, I say, I'm going to be like him, eh? But I'm not, you know what I mean? I ain't going to get boned and shit, but I'm going to be like him. I'm going to do my thing. You know, and I started down that path, and I believe that I walked that linea and I walked that path quite righteously for a very long time. You know, everything that was told of me, everything that was told to me, everything that was brought to my attention, I pretty much was willing and able to do whatever I had to do for the cause and for the people. And so I did that. Okay, and where did it get me? Okay, it got me a lifetime installment plan of hate, of envy, of greed, of incarceration, of struggle, you know. Now, of course, a lot of people encompass that struggle and they love that struggle. And Sasuke, I did at one point. You know, I felt that if I wasn't locked up, I wasn't around my camaradas, my homeboys, my brothers, then I wasn't shit. Then I was a nobody. You know, if I was out there enjoying the fruits of freedom, and if I was out there like the Burger King and having it my way, then I just wasn't that one. You know, with that lifestyle, with being a gang member, with banging, with really being a righteous one, comes a lot of quietness, comes a lot of being stern, comes a lot of respect, but it also comes a lot of struggle. You know, there were times when I sat in that cell when I was hungry than a motherfucker, right? I wish I had a sopa to my name. I wish I got a letter every day. You know, I wish I had a hyena to give me a mama, right? But I didn't have none of those things. All I had was myself and them cracks in the wall looking at them. All I could do was think about what everybody was doing on the outside, which I could have been participating in. But remember, again, I thought I was too cool to go to school, right? I thought I was too cool to be out there having it my way. I thought that the penitentiary life and the gang life was for me. And I quickly found out it wasn't. It wasn't that I was soft as Charmin. It wasn't that I couldn't hack it and couldn't cut it, because there's motherfucking poop butts in there right now that ain't really about that life, but they're sitting there like this doing all day because they were led down what they believed was a righteous path and it wasn't. Now, I'm not here to deter anyone from doing what they do in the gang life. Hey, I believe everybody should learn from their own mistakes and everyone should learn their own life lessons. That's the type of man I am. Everybody is a man. We all start out on the same fucking race. That's it. Some run faster, some are just a little bit slower than others, right? But tonight is the night. Now, living that lifestyle, I went through a lot. You know, I have a lot of these stories that I tell in YouTube, and they're all factual stories. There's no acting in this shit. I ain't Shia LaBeouf, right? I ain't fucking Denzel Washington, you know? Say it again, right? Say it with your chest. I was in a place where there was no acting. I was in a place where you better be about that motherfucking business or the business is going to be about you. Straight up. You know, when you hit those level 4 and those level 3 yards in the California Department of Corrections or any other state, it's dangerous and it's real. You know, if you think you're going to go in there and you're going to walk on by, you're going to slide by and you're going to be able to wiggle. Well, let me tell you, that's one place where the wiggleization ain't real. That's one place where you got to be a man of merit. You got to be a man of constitution. You got to be a man of realness, because people will discover you. There's some of the most smartest men that ever walked the face of the earth that are incarcerated. And you say to yourself, well, they're locked up, so they can't be too smart. Let me tell you something, Holmes. They can decipher everything about you just like that. These are the type of individuals that you're going to be around every day. These are the type of people that are going to teach you nobility. They're going to teach you how to be a civil person, how to be respectful, how to fucking carry your own, but they're also going to teach you how to carry a peace. They're also going to teach you to be about that life. They're all going to teach you that there's much more to this life than your life. Okay? And it's up to you to decide where you're going to take it, how far you're going to go. If you got that fucking G.I. Joe Kung Fu grip, or if you're just going to be another one blowing in the wind, that's it. And like I said, the wind blows all the time. Now, I did that for several years. Many, many years of my life, from a young kid to a teenager, to a young man, to a grown adult. And it wasn't that I decided it wasn't for me. It's what happened was life takes its course. Nature takes its course. And it's going to lead you down the path of whatever it leads you down, whether it be righteousness within the cause, or you just ain't got, there's no more room for you. So there's no room in the carro. I said, but I always sit up here. I don't, bitch, not today, right? All right, fam, so can I sit in the back? In the trunk, it's in the trunk on 215s, bumping. But it's bumping, what are you bumping? Is that Young Jeezy, right? Nah, that's where you're going to go. Sometimes there's no more room for you. Forgive and forget, Holmes, or forget to forgive. You know, and it's up for you, and it's up to you to forgive yourself for some of the transgressions and things you've done to people. Now, when you're living that life, you victimize a lot of people. And some you victimize every day. You don't even think about it. It's not, you're not a bully. It's not that. It's just that the way that your life takes you when you're living that criminal lifestyle or that gangbanging lifestyle, it's not a thing, man, to blow motherfuckers' fucking head back. You know, it's not a thing to take someone else's possessions. It's not a thing to punk a motherfucker in front of their old lady because you can. Not because you necessarily want to, but because you can. You're thinking that all gang life and all criminal life is negative. But there's positives in everything. It's what you make out of it. Now, I chose to do the most positive thing that I ever could do, and that was be a father. Okay? It's hard for an ex-convict to become a father and to become a real man. It's not easy. There's vatos that are sitting down right now doing all day that never had a chance to have children. So they'll never understand that love that you have for your children. They'll never understand that changing in mentality and what goes into it. It doesn't mean you're a DO or a PC or a punk or a puto because you want to take care of your family. What it means is that you've elevated and you've went to that next level of being a man. Okay? When you look into your children's eyes and they say, Dad, can I have a Happy Meal? They want that fucking Happy Meal. It's up to you to be able to provide that. And when you're an ex-con, it's a little bit harder than it is for the average man that went to school and did the right things. Okay, and maybe those weren't the right things. Who says they're right? Who says what's right and what's wrong? The administration? You know, I don't know what's right and what's wrong. All I know is in my heart, what makes my children happy is the right thing. And that's all that matters. Whether it's the wrong thing that makes them happy, fuck it. As long as they're happy, to me, that's right. Okay? Your kids depend on you. And when you're an ex-con, there's a lot of different challenges you may face. You know, incarceration is very treacherous and dangerous, and there's a lot of things that you see that not the average man sees. You know, to see a man stabbed or even participate in a stabbing or participate in a removal or participate in stomping someone out or getting your whole shit stomped in, it becomes a dangerous place, and you see a lot of dangerous activity. It's up to you, you know, what you're going to do with that. Are you going to take that and say, fuck that, I ain't going through that shit no more? Or are you going to keep participating in it and say, you know what, fuck it, Holmes, it is what it is. There's a lot of people that got that mentality, Holmes. Who cares? The who cares mentality, the I don't give a fuck mentality, the it is what it is mentality. I was once caught up in that circle. It was what it was, right? If you got in my way, Holmes, and we're in a like-mindedness, and you were on the other side, well, guess what? I'm coming at you, and you're coming at me, and so, okay, someone's coming. You know what I mean? Nowadays, when I think about coming, it's about that, right? But Spencer and Latira, we got children watching. Now, when I had children, my mentality didn't change like that. You know, sometimes it takes a certain place and a certain time, you know, and certain things to change your life. You know, just because you have a kid, and usually when you're in the game, you have that first kid at a young age, you're still a kid yourself as far as your mentality. You're not thinking straight, Holmes. You're not thinking, oh man, I got to stop everything. And there are those that do, you know, they're like, I'm done. That's it. I got to worry about my child. Those are the smart ones. But the ones like me, you know, it's like, maybe on the next one, right? And I just wasn't thinking. And who suffers for that? Not me. Later on in life, I suffer because I have to go through looking in the mirror every day and wondering what the fuck happened, why I wasn't a man and took care of my responsibilities like I should have in the first place. But your child suffers because you're not in their life, because you're incarcerated, or you're out there running and gunning with your peoples, your homeboys, your family, right? When your real family, your seed, your loved one, the one that fucking loves you unconditionally is at home wondering why her mom's at the welfare department trying to get more stampillas. Okay? Now, I can't sit here and lie to you guys and say I'm the best father in the world, but I'm not the worst. You know, I strive every day to be better and better and better, and I try to take care of mine. And all my baby's moms, I said all my baby's mamas, they know that. They know that. They're like, man, fuck that fool. He thinks he's bad because he got this and that. But I always pay what I have to pay, right? And I always do the best that I can. That's facts. You know, I graduated from here to there. From being an ex-convict gang member, living that life, putting that life above all else, even my own life, to now putting my kids' life above my life. And guess what? I'm a much happier man for that. You know, every day I hear, you're a PC, a piece of shit. You left the cause, you're nothing, Holmes. You don't count, nothing you did counts. Well, guess what? When my kid says, thanks, Dad, that's all that matters and counts to me. Everything that I did before that point doesn't matter. You're absolutely right. They're my stories and I tell them purely for entertainment value. But do they matter? Not really. You know, there's going to be fucking murders and killings and maimings and stabbings and stompings and all that to the end of time. I said, that's just the world we live in. Do I have to participate in that anymore? Nah, I did that. I've been there and I've done that. Okay, I've already been involved in that. I did time. I was an ex-convict. You know, I don't even consider myself in that realm anymore. Are you an ex-convict? I like to lie. No, right? So because it's not that I'm embarrassed of my lifestyle. It's I'm embarrassed of my actions within that lifestyle. Some of the things I did weren't righteous. You know, putting something above my family that I was really too unsure of is not righteous. And that's not what a man does. Now, I'm not taking anything from those that are behind the walls and those that are striving. I understand your plight. I respect it. I would never disrespect it. But at the same time, that's not me anymore. I've elevated my life, and maybe what's good for the goose ain't good for the gander, Holmes, but this goose right here, I'm going to go ahead and lay a golden egg. And my golden eggs are my children. Okay? When you're an ex-convict and you get out of prison, it's hard. If you don't have no moral supports, if you don't have no fucking family that are there to help you, and you have nobody, man, that's even rougher. Thank God for my familia that has helped me through the years. Now, my familia is a very stern and strict family. Oh, you want to play the game, puto? You're going to play the game. Hey, mama, you going to write me? Fuck you. Hey, can I get $10 for Christmas? Me la pela, puto. Fuck, hey, get up, junkie, sit down, spider. Right, I was just struggling. The struggle was real. I had to go through extra struggle, but it made me more of a stronger man. And I thank my mother every day for that. I thank my father for the little things that he did show me while he was alive. You know, I thank my tias and tios that were really in the game in real life that showed me that part of the game, but also unconditional love. What it was really like to be embraced and loved by real ones, regardless of status, regardless of thinking. You know, it was unconditional love. All right, you fucked us. That kid, you're stupid. You're stupid. Come here, though. I still love you, fucking poo butt, right? That was love. Now it's time for me to show my children unconditional love, to help build them into better people so that they don't make the same mistakes I did in life. And it's hard as an ex-con. Some people have post-traumatic stress. They're all tripped out. They've seen some shit they weren't supposed to see. You know, you don't know what it is to see metal sunk inside a man or to feel that. It feels different, on both sides of the coin, on both sides of the metal. I've done did it and I've done felt it. So I know exactly how both sides feel. You know, I participated at the highest level in some of the highest and most organized organizations in the world. Do I think it's cool? Am I going to dwell in the lab 24/7 on it? Charlie, Holmes. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. It's all facts. Can nobody dispute it? And those that try, well, they ain't never been nowhere anyways. And we'll leave that at that. So anyways, being a father as an ex-convict, you go through struggles. You know, people don't want to hire you for jobs. They're going to judge you based on your looks, your tattooed, maybe the way you're slang, the language that you have. You know, a lot of people, man, don't educate themselves while they're incarcerated. They're just too busy getting their ride on and getting their gangbang on and thinking about, I want to be like JD. Nah, fuck all that, Holmes. It's about educating yourselves, learning different languages, man, learning your culture, learning about things that can help you in life so that when you get out, you can fucking implement those and put those into effect. So that way you can have a better life. Everybody wants a better life. I know I do. My life still ain't got to the point where I want it. But I'm trying. I'm struggling. The struggle out here is as real as it was in there for me. So anyways, there's a lot of hardships you'll go through as an ex-convict. And especially when you're a single father, you know, or a single mother. You know, you don't understand that road that the single mothers go through when the guy disappears because he's over there with another piruja getting a bomb-ass mommy. And I can't be mad, but at the same time, it's bad. It's just bad, right? Or is it? Never knows does one, right? You leave the mother to be the mother and the father, man. And women can only be so much. They can only do so much. It's hard for them. It's hard for a single father. You know, I wouldn't know what I would do without the help of my family. So the struggle would be even realer than it is. We're talking about struggling. I thought struggling was, fuck this, I'm so hungry in my cell, I'm eating my toothpaste. I thought that was struggling. That ain't shit, Holmes. Struggling is worrying about how you're going to pay your fucking rent. You got your kid who, Dad, I like my room. I like my room. Fuck, I don't even know how I'm going to pay for that room. So I'm going to have to go out there and buck something real quick. You know, I might have to go be a gigolo. Let's see. I might have to get my thongulation on and be a Chippendale. You know what I mean? You just never know. Your mind starts going in different directions like, fuck, how am I going to provide for my seed? How am I going to provide for my kid? You know, it's unfortunate that we have to go through that in life, but hey, life ain't fair. I said you need to understand and get a grip on that and realize life ain't fair. Anyways, you know, I commend everybody that's out there being a father. I commend everyone that's going through that struggle. Whatever the struggle may be, keep on moving. Don't stop. Like soul to soul. Keep on doing your thing. I'm going to continue to do mine. I found my little lane right here in a platform on YouTube. I worked hard. I got out, man. I found a trade. I applied that, you know, because I understand it's hard getting jobs, man, especially in the economy we live in and the world we live in. There's a whole bunch of lazy motherfuckers, right? Go out there and get it. You will find what you seek if you seek righteously. Okay? Ask and you shall receive. Don't be scared to ask because you're an ex-con and, hey, bro, they're going to judge me. Hey, only God can judge you. Putar, maybe can. I don't know who the fuck can judge you, but at the end of the day, it's not up to being judged and all that. Hey, just keep on and keep on and keep on. It's like I tell people when I help them in this YouTube game, hey, drop another video. Just keep doing your thing. It's it. Hey, the struggle is real. What happens today may not happen tomorrow. What happens tomorrow definitely didn't happen yesterday, right? So just keep on doing your thing. Anyway, the struggles of an ex-con into becoming a single father, I wouldn't change it for the world. It's a beautiful thing. Now when I look at my kids and we get to do things together, I'm happy for the little times, for the little time we have together. You know, to see my kid grow up and look just like me and their mother, but have a whole different attitude is a wonderful thing. You know, and I see myself in my children, and I try to pull that up. No. You know what I mean? No, you don't need a mom one. You're too young. Wait, how old was I? You know what I mean? And then, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, with that being said, you know, I just wanted to give you guys a jewel of the Nile. Some knowledge you definitely can't get in college. I'm in a little something different here from my perspective. I know it's hard. If you're watching this and you're like, damn, I just got out, bro. What do I do? You know, that's up to you. I can't tell you what to do. What's good for my life basically might not be good for yours. But I could give you a fucking little bit of an outline. Be a man. Be a man. With that being said, I hope that you move forward with a purpose, and I hope that you get everything that you want coming to you. Remember, at the end of the day, it's all about our kids and our familia, man. No one else is going to do it for us. With that being said, man, go out there and get your motherfucking hustle on. Whatever the case may be. Allegedly. You already know what it is. If you like this, please hit that like and subscribe. Come fuck with me right here on Gunners Profiles, as well as Gunners Collective, where I'm dropping bangers every single day. If you don't like me, if you think I'm a punk, if you think I'm a poop butt, if you think I'm a piece of shit case, or whatever the case may be, because that's what you heard, right? Then hit it with the thumbs down. Heavy's going to be the head that wears the crown. It ain't going to stop, ese. Never, ever. The gun. Bang, bang.